They told me I wouldn't make it through the season I was in. Said the odds were against me, said I couldn't win. And I looked at what was coming, and I said out loud, I've been the storm before, I have been the cloud that everyone ran from, that everyone feared. I have been the darkest weather, and I'm still here. I have been the storm, and I weathered myself. I have been the breaking point and put myself back on the shelf. I have been the rock bottom, I have been the floor, and every time I hit it, I just found one more reason to come back up, reason to begin. I have been the storm, and I am still the wind. Don't tell me about hard times like I've never seen. Don't tell me about the darkness like I don't know what you mean. I've lived inside the center of things that would end most, and I came back from the edges that mattered the most. Not unscathed, not unchanged, but undeniably alive. And everything that tried to break me helped me more than it denied. I have been the storm, and I weathered myself. I have been the breaking point and put myself back on the shelf. I have been the rock bottom, I have been the floor, and every time I hit it, I just found one more reason to come back up, reason to begin. I have been the storm, and I am still the wind. I've been the storm, and I know what that means. I've seen every shade of darkness, I've lived in between. The breaking and the building, the losing and the more. I've been the storm, and I'm still standing at the door. There's a moment between what hits you and what you choose to do. A breath, a beat, a window where the real you comes through. I used to skip that moment, go straight to the reaction. Used to let the feeling run the whole transaction. But I've learned to live inside that pause now, to find the measured answer and remember how Much I've lost to the unguarded word, to the thing I said too quickly, to the thing that got heard. Wrong because I said it before, I let it settle before I let the fire cool down to the metal. The pause before the answer is the most powerful thing I have. The pause before the answer is the difference, the math between the man I was and the man I'm becoming. The pause before the answer keeps the real me running. The show, the room, the moment with something close to grace. The pause before the answer is my most important space. I've watched relationships destroyed in seconds flat by the word thrown in the heat, and there's no taking that back once it's released, once it's in the air. So I practice the pause daily, I practice the care of holding what is rising long enough to choose, because the pause before the answer is the thing I never lose. When I honor it, when I use it, when I let it do its work. The pause before the answer keeps me from the hurt. I'd cause to what I love, to what I'm trying to build. The pause before the answer keeps the promise fulfilled. The pause before the answer is the most powerful thing I have. The pause before the answer is the difference, the math between the man I was and the man I'm becoming. The pause before the answer keeps the real me running. The show, the room, the moment with something close to grace. The pause before the answer is my most important space. The pause before the answer, I live inside it now. Not always, not perfectly, but I'm learning how to breathe before I speak, to feel before I say. The pause before the answer changes everything about the day. There's a lie available at every turn of the road, a comfortable story to lighten the load of accountability, of honest self-review. The lie that says you're fine when you know that's not true. And I've told it to myself more than I should. Lived inside the comfort of the misunderstood version of myself that needed to believe the comfortable lie was easier to receive. Reject the comfortable lie. even when it helps. Reject the comfortable life, pull it off the shelves of the stories you've been telling about why things are the way they are. Reject the comfortable life that's been holding back the start. You were always meant to be underneath the easy explanation. Reject the comfortable life and face the real foundation. It costs something real to choose the honest heart, to look at your reflection and put down the facade. But the man who lives the truth, even when it burns, earns a kind of freedom that the comfortable never learns. Because the lie might be easier in the short run of the night, but the truth is what you wake to, and the truth becomes the light. Reject the comfortable lie, even when it helps. Reject the comfortable lie, pull it off the shelves of the stories you've been telling about why things are the way they are. Reject the comfortable lie that's been holding back the start. You were always meant to be underneath the easy explanation. Reject the comfortable lie and face the real foundation. Reject the comfortable lie. I do it every day, not perfectly, not always, but I know the only way to build something real is on the honest ground. Reject the comfortable lie and let the truth be found. I've learned to enjoy my own company now. Took me longer than expected to figure out how to sit with myself without filling the space with noise or distraction, with someone else's face. And the man I found when I finally got still was worth a long wait, was worth every hill. The company of one is not the loneliest place. The company of one is where I found my face, not the face I wore for everyone around. The company of one is where the real gets found. Just me and the silence and the truth of it all. The company of one is the best company of all. I take myself to dinner take myself to dawn. I take myself through everything and carry myself on. Not with arrogance, just with the simple knowing that I am enough for the place I'm going. And when the right company comes, I'll know by how it feels, not by what it offers, but by what it reveals about the man I've built. And all this time alone, the company of one prepared me for the known. The company of one is not the loneliest place. The company of one is where I found my face, not the face I wore for everyone around. The company of one is where the real gets found. Just me in the silence, in the truth of it all. The company of one is the best company of all. Company of one, I've grown to love it true, not as a consolation, but as something I pursue. The company of one teaches what no crowd can give, the clearest understanding of exactly how to live. I am a storm that learned to steer itself, took all that weather off the shelf, of wild and uncontrolled, and gave it shape and name. Learned to use the energy without feeding the flame. Because a storm without direction destroys what it could build. A man without control leaves everything unfilled. I am the controlled storm. I choose where the rain falls. I choose which walls get tested. I choose which fortress calls. For everything I'm carrying, I decide the when and where. The controlled storm still moves mountains, it just moves them with care. I used to let it loose at every provocation, every small injustice, every small frustration. But I burn good things down, that way things I needed. And I learned the hard lesson of storms that went unheeded. So now I feel the rising, and I breathe into the weight. I choose the direction, I choose the time and date. I am the controlled storm. I choose where the rain falls, I choose which walls get tested, I choose which fortress calls. For everything I'm carrying, I decide the when and where. The controlled storm still moves mountains, it just moves them with care. Still feeling every grief. The controlled storm just steers with both hands now. Not less of a storm, just more of a man who knows how. I won't pretend it didn't leave a mark. Some seasons do their damage, some seasons leave it dark. And I've been in those seasons longer than was fair. Walked out on the other side with everything still there. The scars, the missing pieces, the things that didn't survive, but also something stubborn, something still alive. Bruised but breathing, that's what I am today. Bruised but breathing, I didn't look away from everything that came for me, from everything that tried. Bruised but breathing, something in me survived. Not pretty, not polished, not the way I planned. Bruised but breathing, still standing where I stand. I've had my days of questioning what any of it was for. Had my nights of wondering if I could take one more. And the honest answer sometimes was I wasn't sure. But morning always came back, and I walked out the door. Because bruised men still have purpose, broken things still move, and the breathing is the proof of everything to prove. Bruised but breathing, That's what I am today. Bruised but breathing. I didn't look away from everything that came for me, from everything that tried. Bruised but breathing. Something in me survived. Not pretty, not polished, not the way I planned. Bruised but breathing, still standing where I stand. Bruised but breathing, and I'll take it every time over the alternative, over the finish line of giving up and going quiet in the permanent way. Bruised but breathing means I get another day. I don't explain my absence, I don't explain my path, I don't justify the distance or apologize for the math of how I spend my hours, of who I choose to be. The wolf does not explain himself to anyone but me. And I've wasted enough breath on the ones who wouldn't hear, enough energy on justifying what was always clear. The wolf does not explain, he simply moves or stays. The wolf does not explain his nights or his days. Not cold, not arrogant, just done with the performance of making sense to people whose only real importance was their own approval, which I stopped needing long ago. The wolf does not explain, he just goes. I've been asked to account for the way I choose to live by people who were taking more than they would give. And my answer got shorter with every passing year, until the answer became silence and silence became clear. Because the man who explains himself to every questioning voice has already given away his most important choice. The wolf does not explain, he simply moves or stays. The wolf does not explain his nights or his days. Not cold, not arrogant, just done with the performance of making sense to people whose only real importance was their own approval, which I stopped needing long ago. The wolf does not explain, he just goes. Does not explain, and neither do I. Not anymore, not to just move through this world a silent self-believer. Comfort comes knocking every single morning with its soft suggestions and its gentle warning that today could be easier, that the rest is earned, that I've done enough already, that the bridge is burned. Far enough from now that I could let it go, but I've heard that voice before, and I know where it leads. Nowhere I wanna be, nowhere I respect, nowhere near the man I'm working to protect. From the slow erosion of the easy everyday, from the thousand small surrenders that take the man away. I don't negotiate with comfort, I acknowledge it and move. I don't negotiate with comfort, I got something left to prove. Not to anyone watching, only to the man I face. I don't negotiate with comfort, comfort doesn't hold my place. At the table of the building, at the altar of the work, I don't negotiate with comfort, I let it pass and turn back to what I came for, back to what I said. I don't negotiate with comfort, I negotiate with what's ahead. I've lost months to comfort, I've lost years to the soft, paid the price of easy and found it cost the most of anything I've given, because what it takes in trade is the compound of the future, is the progress that gets delayed. And I don't have enough life left to keep offering that much to the easy, that much to the pause. I don't negotiate with comfort, I live by different laws. I don't negotiate with comfort, negotiate with comfort, I've got something left to prove. Not to anyone watching, only to the man I face. I don't negotiate with comfort, comfort doesn't hold my place. At the table of the building, negotiate with comfort. I negotiate with what's ahead. I don't negotiate with comfort. And some days that's hard to keep. Some days comfort is so warm and the bed is so deep. But I don't negotiate with comfort, because I know what I've become. A man who had the chance and chose the comfortable song over the extraordinary, over the full life lived. I don't negotiate with comfort. I negotiate with everything I give. I've stood in the open when the sky came down hard, felt the full weight of weather, felt every scar that the storm was delivering, felt every blow, not planting my feet, and I refused to go. Not because I wasn't afraid, because I was. Not because it didn't hurt, because it does. But because I know something about storms now that I didn't used to. I know how they end, they always end. And what stands after is worth every second of the disaster. The storm is not my end. It never was. The storm is not my end. It never does. Finish what it starts on me. I finish what I start. The storm is not my end. I knew it from the heart. Survived one. From the first time I came through, the storm is not my end. The storm is what I grew through and past and into who I am. The storm is not my end. The storm is just the exam. I failed a few of those exams, came to them anyway, because failure in the storm still means you stay. And staying is the whole thing, showing up is the whole test. The storm is not my end. The storm is not my best. Worst enemy either. It's my greatest teacher dressed in the hardest clothes available, putting me to the test. And I pass it differently now, with less resistance and more trust. The storm is not my end. The storm is just the must of becoming something more than I was before it came. The storm is not my end. The storm is just the flame. The storm is not my end. It never was. The storm is not my end. It never does. Finish what it starts on me. I finish what I start. The storm is not my end. I knew it from the heart. From the first time storm is not my end. I say it and I mean it. I've been through enough weather to believe it. The storm is not my end. It's just a passing through of everything required to build the man that's true. Standing on the other side, still standing, still here. The storm is not my end. The storm is how I clear. People ask me, don't I get lonely out here? And I tell them honestly that lonely isn't what I fear. Lonely is what happens when you're with the wrong ones. This here is just me and the road and the sun. There's a freedom in the choosing of the company you keep, including choosing no one, including choosing sleep. Over the noise of people who don't know what they want, I choose the open silence. I choose the long gone. I choose this road. Nobody put me here. I choose this road with both eyes open clear. Not exile, not punishment, not a consolation prize. I choose this road because I finally realize that the right kind of alone is better than the wrong kind of together. I choose this road in every kind of weather. I've been in rooms packed full of the wrong energy, spent years surrounded by comfortable enemies. And I'd rather have this silence than that kind of fool. I'd rather walk this empty road than be used as a tool. Because solitude with purpose is a different kind of wealth. It's the richest I have ever been. Just myself, I choose this road. Nobody put me here. I choose this road with both eyes open clear. Not exile, not punishment, not a consolation prize. I choose this road because I finally realize that the right kind of alone is better than the wrong kind of together. I choose this road in every kind of weather. Because there's nothing else but compromised and whole. I choose this road because this road chose my soul. I run alone, not because I failed the pack, but because I outgrew the need to look back for permission or approval, for a nod or a sign. I trust my own compass, I trust my own line. And the wolves I run with were good for a season, but seasons always turn, and so do reasons. A lone wolf anthem playing in my chest. A lone wolf anthem, I passed every test. Not of them making, but of my own design. Lone wolf anthem, moving down the line of a life I built myself, from the ground to the sky. Lone wolf anthem, and I'll tell you why. Because the pack slows down the ones who know the way, and I've got too much ground to cover to stop and stay. I've been invited back more times than I remember, in the circles that would dim me from July to December. And I've declined with gratitude, without anger or scorn. Just a man who knows his nature, just a man who was born to run his own direction at his own pace. The lone wolf doesn't need the validation of the race, just the open ground ahead, just the honest sky, just the freedom of the choosing, just the reason why. Lone wolf anthem playing in my chest. Lone wolf anthem, I passed every test. Not of their making, but of my own design. Lone wolf anthem, moving down the line of a life I built myself, from the ground to the sky. Lone wolf anthem, this is why. Lone wolf anthem, still running, still free, still choosing every morning who I'm gonna be. Lone wolf anthem, not lonely, not lost, just a man who knows that freedom has a cost, and he paid it gladly every single time. Most men stop at the edge of the unknown, wait for a guarantee, wait for a sign to be shown. But I've learned that the dark doesn't move for the waiting. It only reveals itself to the ones who keep navigating. And I've been afraid more times than I'll admit, but I walked in anyway, and I learned from it. Walk into the dark, that's where the brave men go. Walk into the dark, not knowing what you'll know. On the other side of fear, on the other side of doubt. Walk into the dark, that's what courage is about. Not the absence of the trembling, not the absence of the night. Walk into the dark and become your own light. I've stood at those edges more than once this life. Felt the cold uncertainty, felt the inner strife. And every time I entered what I feared the most, I found it less than terrible, just a different coast. And what I build in the darkness stays lit even now. The courage of the entering, the dark showed me how. Walk into the dark, that's where the brave men go. Walk into the dark, not knowing what you'll know. On the other side of fear, on the other side of doubt. Walk into the dark, that's what courage is about. Not the absence of the trembling, not the absence of the night. Walk into the dark and become your own light. Trust the man you are. The darkness only holds you until you become the star. There are days I have nothing left in the tank. Days the road is too long and the light is too faint. Days I question the purpose of the whole design. days I can't remember what I thought was mine. And on those days I don't look for the finish, I don't look for the answer or the way to diminish the weight of the moment. I just look at the ground and I find one more step and I put it down. One more step, that's all I ask of myself. One more step, not the whole shelf of everything remaining, just the next right thing. One more step is everything. When the mountain is too tall to think about the top, one more step is the only way to not stop. I've made it through the worst of this life, one step at a time. Never seen the summit, just the next small climb. And what looked impossible from the bottom of the hill became something I stood on, became something still, and real in mind, and worth every inch. One more step, never let me flinch from the things that needed facing, from the ground that needed taking. One more step is the only move worth making. One more step, that's all I ask of myself. One more step, not the whole shelf of everything remaining, just the next right thing. One more step is everything. When the mountain is too tall to think about the top, one more step is the only way to not stop. One more step, I've been taking them for years. One more step through the doubt and through the fears. One more step has gotten me this far. One more step beneath the same star that watched me start so long ago. One more step is all I'll ever need to know. I can't control the weather, I can't control the room, I can't control who leaves or who arrives too soon. But I can control the response I give to all of it, the way I meet the moment, the way I choose to sit. with everything that hits me, with everything that turns. The one thing in my power is how the inside learns. Master of the inside, that's the only throne worth having. Master of the inside, the only kingdom worth the having. Not of others, not of outcomes, not of things beyond my reach, just the territory inside me that only I can teach. I fought the wrong battles, trying to control the out. Spent energy on others, spent energy on doubt. When the real work was internal, was always right here in the 6 inches of space between stimulus and clear response, the chosen reaction, the deliberate pause. Mastering that small distance is the greatest of all laws. Master of the inside, that's the only throne worth having. Master of the inside, the only kingdom worth the having. Not of others, not of outcomes, not of things beyond my reach, just the territory inside me that only I can teach. Master of the inside, still learning every day, still finding new territory, still finding better ways to respond instead of react, to choose instead of fall. Master of the inside is the greatest work of all.